Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome back to my channel, where we bring you the latest updates on Sheikh Hamdan and his family. If you haven't watched my last video, make sure to click here and check it out. In that video, I shared how Sheikh Hamdan's current wife, Sheikha Thani, discovered the address of Hadia's new mansion and even visited it, only to find that Hadia wasn't there. Sheikh Hamdan found out about this when he returned to the palace, and Sheikha Thani even confronted him about Hadia. Since then, things have only gotten more intense. Today, I have shocking updates about Sheikh Hamdan's growing frustration, Sheikha Thani's increasing anger, and the ongoing mystery of Hadia's disappearance. Make sure to watch till the end because you won't believe what has happened. Let's start with the biggest question. Where is Hadia? Since Sheikha Thani's unexpected visit to her mansion, Hadia has not returned. Sheikh Hamdan, who is already overwhelmed with his royal duties, Ramadan prayers, and personal struggles, has now ordered his most loyal servants to track her down. But so far, they have no clue where she has gone. Sheikh Hamdan has been so busy with Ramadan obligations, fasting, late-night prayers, and official meetings that he hasn't had time to personally search for her. But one thing is clear: he wants to know where she is. Could Hadia have intentionally disappeared to avoid more problems with Sheikha Thani? Or is there something else going on behind the scenes? While Sheikh Hamdan was dealing with Hadia's disappearance, another major event took place. A few days ago, Sheikh Hamdan received an urgent phone call from his girlfriend, Shamma al-Falasi. Shamma was unwell. She had been fasting for Ramadan, but it took a toll on her health, and she developed gastritis. The pain became unbearable. As much as Sheikh Hamdan wanted to be there for her, his schedule didn't allow him to visit her immediately. Instead, he did the next best thing. He sent his personal doctor to Shamma's home with the necessary medications. Not only that, but Sheikh Hamdan personally ordered her to break her fast for the sake of her health. At first, Shamma didn't want to listen. She insisted on continuing her fast despite her pain. But when Sheikh Hamdan strictly commanded her to stop, she obeyed, and thankfully, she is now recovering well. This act once again proves how much Sheikh Hamdan cares for Shamma. Despite everything happening in his life, he made sure she was taken care of. But while he was tending to Shamma's health, things at the palace were becoming more intense. Now let's talk about the storm brewing inside the palace. Sheikha Thani's growing fury. Sheikha Thani recently found out something that shocked her. She learned that the luxurious new mansion where Hadia was supposed to live was actually bought by Sheikh Hamdan himself. Can you imagine her reaction? The man she is married to secretly bought a lavish home for his ex-wife. For Sheikha Thani, this was an ultimate betrayal. She has been frustrated with Sheikh Hamdan for months, but this revelation pushed her over the edge. She was furious. Not only did she confront Sheikh Hamdan about this, but she also decided to take matters into her own hands. Just 2 days after her first visit, Sheikha Thani once again went to Hadia's mansion. She wanted to see it for herself, perhaps hoping to find Hadia there this time. But just like before, Hadia was nowhere to be found. When Sheikh Hamdan found out that Sheikha Thani had visited Hadia's mansion again, he became deeply concerned. It was clear that Sheikha Thani wasn't going to let this go easily. With Sheikha Thani so determined to find Hadia, Sheikh Hamdan had to take action. Since Hadia's new mansion was no longer safe from Sheikha Thani's interference, Sheikh Hamdan left a private message for Hadia. In that message, he warned her, "Do not return to your new mansion. Instead, live in your old home." Sheikha Thani does not know about that place yet. This raises a big question. Will Hadia listen to Sheikh Hamdan's warning? Right now, no one knows where she is. If she follows Sheikh Hamdan's advice, she will have to live in secrecy in her old mansion. But what if she refuses? What if she never returns? With everything going wrong in his life, Hadia missing, Sheikha Thani's anger, and the stress of Ramadan, Sheikh Hamdan has reached his breaking point. On March 9th, Sheikh Hamdan attended prayers at First Zabil Palace. He spent hours in deep prayer, seeking peace. But even after that, his heart felt heavy. The next evening, he did something unexpected. He went to visit Shamma. Shamma, who had just recovered from gastritis, welcomed him into her home. That night, Sheikh Hamdan poured his heart out to her. He shared his pain, his disappointments, and the struggles weighing him down. Shamma simply listened. Her voice was soft, her presence comforting. In that moment, Sheikh Hamdan found a brief escape from his overwhelming life. But does this mean he is choosing Shamma over everything else? Or is she just his refuge during these difficult times? So many questions remain unanswered. Where is Hadia? Will she ever return? Will Sheikha Thani find out about the old mansion? And will Sheikh Hamdan's frustration push him to make a drastic decision? Only time will tell. I'll be back with more updates in my next video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new updates. Thank you for watching. Until next time.